So here we go in this match. The winner of this match will face the winner of the Nicole Pustilnik Jessica Gu bout. Pustilnik hailing from Israel, Gu from Canada.
And it's for the semifinals where they switch from the colored strips to pistes to the final piste here. In the indoor halls section of the Cairo Stadium, big stadium here. It's like a mini Superdome.
It's an arena, a big arena. This is a huge sports complex.
Yeah.
Fields, large football, soccer stadium. Direct attack that time from May 2. This time she's able to find the target.
So both fencers being a little on the cautious side here as we start off semifinals. Doing a little reconnaissance.
Yeah, at this level, you don't want to rush into anything. They're going to feel each other out, try to get a sense of their distance.
Right.
With May being
Try
the aggressor.
False attacks, but sometimes those false attacks arrive, like that one. 2 points for the American.
Jew's attack. Looking for a box like it's Mr. Pagiev says it's very clear. Why are you even looking at me?
Our referee here is Mr. Pagiev from Moldova.
The referees all three weapons at a high level.
We let that infighting go because there wasn't any body contact, and then the point arrived for JOO, so 3-2, and immediately countered.
JOO wants to check
weapon check.
Check to see if her.
Yeah. Looks like it's working. So there we go, 3-3. That was a quick return on the point.
We've seen them both attack and miss.
30 seconds left in the first round of 3.
Clean attack by JOO. Puts the line out to hold off the distance.
I like when we get it to the point that we're on the finals piste, because it just gives everything such a different sense of formality for these fencers, you know. You have to think too, for junior fencers, when they get to this point, psychologically it affects them. You know, they're fencing in a different, completely different environment than they've been in all day.
Well, the World Championships in and of itself, and once you get to the finals piece, you know, now it's all for the glory. Everybody wants to take home the gold medal.
Right.
So we got a 50-second break, looking in the corners.
And I've had more than one fencer here tell me that this is the first time they've been in a competition in more than a year.
Well,
and all of a sudden, they're in the finals of a world championship.
Oh,
I mean, that's a unique experience in the history of fencing, I think, a little bit. It's
well,
got to be.
this is the longest period we've gone without fencing. I've talked to, I think it was Miles Chamley Watson was just saying, since he's been 9 years old. He's been traveling for fencing and just had a year off until, Doha. So it's different. And, these young people, they start traveling at a very young age for the cadets.
A lot of them spent more time on a peloton than on a piste.
Oh, yeah. But a lot of the teams, they've had competitions in Korea.
Yeah.
May just fenced in Doha, so I think they're not as sharp as they normally would. But at least this is not their first competition.
And of course, the tricky thing is getting in and out of all these countries with COVID testing. And while we're here, I think within the whole time of these championships, I think we all have to have something along the lines of between 5 and 8 COVID tests.
Every 72 hours. Attack from JOO off target.
Still tied here as we approach the middle of the second period.
And May is looking because she thinks it's a direct attack, and Misha Pagayev says no. There was a blade meeting, which gives her the parry repos.
Strong attack by JOO, countered and taken away from her. But strong attack by JOO, strong and taken away from her by 2.
It's opposition
Yep.
point thrust.
Yep. I think she went in with a different intention than what happened.
Yeah, I would say that she expected it to go.
She's been questioning her weapon, and now she's changed it.
Sometimes it's not about the weapon, but how much confidence you have in that it's going to work for you.
Right.
Trying to establish that line, keeping the distance.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes you'll see, fencers where one is really pushing the other one and they're staying on one side or the other. But these two are really using the entire length of the strip on both sides. So this is a nice volley of dueling with a point that arrives for 2.
So the attack was no, the repost was no, and then the reprise was scored.
Brings it up.
Says that JOO was in preparation. Same thing he called against 2. So he's very consistent with the call. May 2 able to stretch the distance out, make the counter thrust. JOO cannot get to her in time.
Right, that's where maybe her height has a little bit of an advantage. That's coming from an épée fencer.
Yeah. Of course, neither one of these two are giants.
No, but 2 is a little taller, it looks like.
No, she is.
I like to think height still has something to do with every now and then, especially for a nice single touch out of distance. Off target in that infighting.
Nice infighting. Yeah,
that one arrives for JOO.
Oh. Looks like Pagayev just gave the coach a yellow card.
And what was that for?
I think he's standing up in the box or said something.
Okay. That was the U.S. coach?
Yeah, Mr. Greg Marcialis. He's coaching May 2.
Greg Marcialis, who was just named U.S. Olympic Committee Coach of the Year for all sports.
All sports.
An amazing accomplishment.
Very high honor.
Has that ever happened to a fencer?
No.
Fencing coach?
Mm-mm.
Resuming the action at 9-5, the American had. Counterattack, 9 points going to 10 now, 10-5. She's doubled it up.
I guess two listened to him. He said, well, if she's attacking, then I'll let her attack and see if I can defend. Since I can't seem to get the attack.
These girls are fencing a very clean match here. It's nice fencing. Solid.
Well, the reality is the level of junior fencing in the world today is so high. Two gets the attack on that one.
One more for TIEU. 4 points away from making the gold medal round.
I think she listened to what Pagiev was saying regarding how he was calling an attack and adjusted.
So they're in a 1 minute break now to go into the third and final period where we will determine who goes into the gold medal round between JOO and TIEU.
Yes. Do you like that play on words there? Or sounds, excuse me. So looking down in
it's about looking for a poem.
See Miss Ju taking the piece. 23 seconds still left on the clock. Her coach didn't seem to need to put a whole lot of strategic talking time.
Just about to start in 10 seconds, and then we'll go into the, after this round, we go into the second semifinal of Israel's Postilnik against Canada's Guo.
Two very talented young fencers.
Yeah, this is very high-level fencing here. I mean, this is...
Well, these ladies, when you look at Postilnik and Gu, they make the top 16 in the women's events.
Right. You mean in the senior events?
Senior women's events, yes. Yes. Let me clarify that.
It's not unheard of to have some of these juniors make Olympic teams.
Oh, no. I think May 2 has sort of figured out the timing on this. Counter repo, soft target. She's very confident that she can defend herself.
JOO's got to be at this point aggressive but very careful, because she learned that her attacks weren't always making the mark, and so she's got to be, if nothing else, precise.
Work to take off target.
Beautiful single touch by TIEU.
Fills her out.
Taking it to 13-5.
Fills her out, fills that timing, accelerates into her attack.
Strong attack. I think it was a KOR, and then TIEU hit after the stop. Would have been a nice touch, though.
Ooh. May's trying to...
Right. That attack was a good attack, but it just didn't hit in the right spot. And that's what I was saying about precision. Same thing there. She's got to get her point onto that LeMay if she's going to have a shred of hope here.
May 2 able to hit, close the line, or allow the, actually she didn't even have to close the line. Blade just went straight over her shoulder.
It brings TIEU within 1 point of being in the gold medal round, and that's it. She's made it. May 2 of USA defeats Youngji Ju of Korea in the semifinal of junior women's foil to make it into the gold medal round. And next up, we have Nicole Pustelnik of Israel, against Jessica Guo of Canada.
Should be a really, I mean, both of these fencers are so talented and